We are gathering new reaction tonight to the latest poll in campaign 2016. We went to our Eyewitness News political analyst for insight into the poll released this morning that shows Donald Trump trailing Dr. Ben Carson in the Republican presidential race. It's the first time Trump has not topped the polls since he entered the race back in June. Eyewitness News reporter Madeline Wright has more now from the mobile newsroom.
This is the first time in months Donald Trump isn't leading the Republican presidential field. Surging ahead, Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson knocking Donald Trump from the top spot in the latest CBS News New York Times poll released Tuesday. In a telephone survey of 575 Republican primary voters, 26% of them supported Carson, compared to 22% backing Trump.
I'm not really surprised. I think we're seeing the same thing that we saw 4 years ago. The Republicans are basically flip-flopping on who they're supporting.
Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming says with the general election only a year away, voters are focusing more on issues they care about, which could explain Carson's rise.
He's built up a base in Iowa because there's a base of the religious supporters in Iowa, which has helped him greatly. I think people see him as somebody different. They don't see him as boisterous as Donald Trump. He's more subdued. I think before this we had a lot more of a popularity contest. Now I think we're zeroing in more on issues among the Republican voters.
The other Republican candidates trailed Carson and Trump, each of them getting support from less than 10% of surveyed voters. But Fleming says the poll doesn't prove Carson's the new GOP frontrunner.
We need to see some other national polls. We just see one poll at this time. We have to see 3 or 4 polls to see if there's a trend there at this point.
The state of the race can change within the next few months. The poll shows most Republican voters haven't made up their minds yet. 70% say it's too soon to know which candidate they'll support. With the mobile newsroom, Madeline Wright, Eyewitness News.